Hola, everybody. I'm having to screw around with my damn selfie stick thingy to put it in the right position. Sorry. I'm so sloppy with things like editing out that shakiness. But I love the selfie stick deal. It's really cool. Got it propped up on the ground here. It's holding on to it with one hand. This makes things so nice. Okay. I have been trying to figure out what to come up with in terms of vlogging. I have been like brain dead for the past few days. Cannot figure out anything interesting to say. Except for that I always want to like respond to other people's vlog posts and then when I film it I sound stupid. So I haven't posted anything. But my buddy Kyrom Adams did the TMI tag and I've decided, well, you know something? I think I'm going to do the TMI tag too. I don't think I've done this already. If I have, just ignore this because, you know, I'm getting old and forgetful. And it'll be interesting to see how much of the stuff in this TMI tag matches the stuff in a previous stuff I've done one. So, anyhow, without further ado, what are you wearing? Well, I'm wearing a stained dark blue t-shirt that I got from Simply Be. I just love it. And a pair of black pants. Boring. Ever been in love? Oh. Girl, how much time do you have? Yeah, plenty of times. Ever had a terrible breakup? Yeah, I would say 75% of the time I've been in love, I've had a terrible breakup. 25% of the time, 24% of the time, the breakups were amicable, and 1% of the time, I'm still with him. That's my husband, Grant, who I love dearly. Never going to break up with that man. And if he breaks up with me, you know, he can run, but he can't hide because I'll find you. How tall are you? I am 5'3" and 3/4 inches. How much do you weigh? Well, I used to weigh 307 pounds, but that's back when I was skinny. I probably weigh 317 pounds because I have been eating like a freaking pig all of this. Sorry excuse for a winter. And stressed out and hitting the damn M&Ms. Any tattoos? Nope, not a tattoo in sight. Although, I'm thinking before I die, this is on my bucket list, that I may go ahead and get the Lucky Charms tattooed on my toes. And that's, I've talked about that in another video as to why I would do that. Any piercings? Well, I used to have piercings. Yeah, my ears used to be pierced. But I didn't wear earrings for so long that they closed up. So that's it. I've got this written on an envelope. I was watching Kai's video, like, scribbling down the questions and then pausing it so I could scribble down more questions on this envelope with a blue colored pencil. OTP. Well, I'm not into fandom, so I don't really have an OTP, although I think it would kind of be fun to see Shrek and Edward from you know, Twilight, to see those guys fall in love and hook up. That would be cool. In the real world, it's me and my husband. I mean, forever. Forever. Favorite show? Oh, my God. Have you guys seen Better Call Saul? Okay. I didn't watch much of Breaking Bad. I thought it was a pretty well-written show, but it just didn't capture me. It was more of a dudes type of show. But Better Call Saul, which is a spinoff, I think it's actually like a prequel. Damn, I wish I had half of the talent of those writers. I mean, that is the best show on television. It is the best written show on television, and I am freaking jealous because I can't write that well. And that's what I aspire to do in my life, is write well. So, anyway, I love it. Such a great show. Wonderful contrasty characters, excellent dialogue, just great subtext. I mean, I could go on, but I'll stop. Did I tell you I loved Better Call Saul? Love that show. Favorite band? Oh, okay, it used to be Steely Dan, and I still love Steely Dan. But now it is Zooey Deschanel's band, She and Him. It's not really a band. I mean, they're just recording artists more than anything else. And I don't even know if they're like auto-tuned or not. I have no idea how good her voice really is, or his for that matter. But they do interesting covers and really interesting kind of poppy Maroon 5 sort of beautifully choreographed videos of just, I don't know. I'm an inveterate pop music lover. I love top 40 rock. I just am. So I love them. She and Him. If you haven't checked out that band yet, or that duo, check them out. Particularly, I Could Have Been Your Girl. I love that song. Something I Miss, Tight Skin. I cannot tell you how much I miss looking at my arm and seeing the skin tight instead of hanging there. I mean, it doesn't really hang, but it's getting to the point where you can see that the collagen's going away. I miss my collagen. I would love to have my collagen back. Favorite song? Yeah, I'm just digging that. I Could Have Been Your Girl, the She and Him song. I really like that. And if it's not that, it's Night and Day, Cole Porter. I love that song. How old are you? I am 55 years old. 55. What's my zodiac sign? It's Scorpio. November 8th. I am just, 36 years and, 35 years almost ahead of you, Kai. Let's see what else. What's the quality that I look for in a partner? Well, this is going to sound so gushy, but every quality that my husband has is what I look for in a partner. Loving, thoughtful, funny, responsible, tall, dorky, and freaking intelligent. I just love that. He's so smart that he scares me. Favorite quote? It actually, I too, my favorite quote is a YouTuber quote, and it's from Roberto Blake, who's got a great YouTube channel on design and Photoshop stuff, cosplay stuff. Each day he does a different theme. He uploads videos daily, and he's wonderful. And my favorite quote is his tagline, which is "Create awesome." I love that. Create awesome. It doesn't get any better than that. Creating awesome. How could you get any better than that? What's my favorite color? Well, it is the color purple. I love purple. Which sort of describes me in a way, because politically I'm this weird amalgam of right and left, or red and blue, which when you smush them all together, roll them in a ball and splat them on the wall, it's purple. So that sort of makes sense. Loud music or soft music? Oh, loud music all the time. Crank that sucker up. I don't care if it's smooth jazz, or if it's, back in the day Tupac rap, or if it's, She and Him, or if it's Cole Porter. I like it loud. And basically that's because I'm old and I'm losing my hearing, so I need it to be loud. Where do I go when I get sad? I usually take my sad on the road. I don't go anywhere with it. Wherever I happen to be sad, I'm sad in that spot, and it comes and goes, and I just keep on trucking. So yeah, wherever I happen to be. How long does it take for me to shower? I'm a quick showerer. Well, you know what? I take that back. I'm not much of a showerer. I'm more of a bath taker. So when I shower, it's real quick because I have to like get in and wash off some dirt or some leaves or some hay or some weeds or something, and shampoo my hair real quick. So 5 minutes, real fast. However, baths can take an hour. In goes the perfume, in goes the Epsom salts or the bubble bath. You can't do both of those at the same time because bubble bath won't bubble in Epsom salts. And I've got my phone, and I've got some magazines and a book and a towel, and I've got my little bath caddy with all my little, face scrubbing, foot washing, tooth cleaning stuff. And baths are an event. I love a bath. How long does it take for me to get ready in the morning? Well, sometimes I don't get ready in the morning. Sometimes, always I sleep in my clothes. That's a little known fact about me, a little side tidbit that few people know. I don't wear pajamas, gowns, lingerie, peignoir sets, baby dolls, t-shirts, or nothing but skin. I sleep in whatever I wore that day, which is normally a t-shirt and, tights or pants, tights usually. I just take off my bra, go right to bed. Why is that? Well, it's because I feel like if I ever have to cut and run, if I ever have to get up and run for some reason, I'm already dressed. All I have to do is slide my feet into my my thongs and I'm out the door. So I sleep in my clothes. So anyway, sometimes I'll get up the next morning and I won't get ready. I'll already be dressed and I won't be, too stinky or whatever. So I just do the day like that. And then sometimes I'll shower that night or take a bath rather. And sometimes I'll sleep in those clothes again and then I'll get up the following morning and I'll get ready. So, and how long does that take me? As long as it takes to do my freaking long bath and throw on some clothes. So, yeah. Have I ever been in a physical fight? Yes. I have been in 2 physical fights in my life. Once, my friend Linda and I were roller skating on the street behind us. We didn't have sidewalks on our street. They had sidewalks on the street on the other side of us. So we take our roller skates, and this was back in the day of metal wheels, y'all. So those were some freaking, I had some weapons on my feet. Let's put it that way. And so but we only had one pair of roller skates. So she had a roller skate on one foot and I had the roller skate on the other. And we were doing this sort of weird prototypical skateboard deal. This is in the 1960s. I mean, early 1960s. I don't think they had skateboards back then. Anyway, this kid was throwing dirt clods at us, this older boy. And we'd skate by his house and he'd throw dirt clods at us. And we'd go on the other side of the street and he'd look around his fence at us and point and laugh. He was such an asshole. So my friend gets a great idea. She says, okay, he's hiding behind the fence. Let's do this. Let's roller skate past him. But we won't roller skate. We're going to walk. We're going to take off our roller skates. We're going to walk past him. And when he comes out to throw the dirt clods, let's hit him with our skates. Let's hit him with our skates. I mean, you could kill somebody hitting them with those roller skates. But we did it anyway. Because that goddamn kid, he did that. He jumped out from behind a fence he was hiding in. He's throwing dirt clods at us, being really aggressive. She just hauled off, wailed, hit him in the nose, I think she broke his nose. And of course I hit at him too. I'm not sure if I made contact, but we both got our licks in and then we ran like hell home. So that was the first fight. The second fight I got into was a solo fight. I was at school one day and there was this little girl that everybody used to make fun of. This poor little girl. She was skinny, dirty, licey hair. She smelled bad. She had cut her finger at home and she'd cut the tip, like the tip off of her little finger, only it hadn't come all the way off. It was healing kind of sideways, so it was all mount out of shape. All she had was a Band-Aid around it. I'm sure she didn't go to the doctor. And my heart just bled for this little girl. So I was nice to her right on the playground, because she was, I think, was a year behind me. Well, some kid came up to her and started pushing her and, being an asshole to her like they all did. I lost it. I saw red, and I grabbed this boy who was in my grade, and I grabbed him by the shirt, and I took him to the ground, and I straddled this kid, and I was just punching the hell out of it, hitting him just like you see on television. Boom, boom, boom. And you had to yank me off of him. I bloodied his nose, and I had to go sit in the principal's office. But they went really light on me. I think it was kind of a known deal with the teachers that this poor little girl was a victim, and God only knows what was going to happen to her. She was just one of those people, dies in the first reel. It was just really sad. And I don't regret either one of those fights. I'd do it again. Knowing then what I know now, I probably would have hit harder. Physical fight. Okay. Turn on, turn off. You don't want to know that. You don't care. The reason I joined YouTube. Okay. Back in the day when YouTube was very new and had lots of music on it, I would use YouTube to find songs that we were playing in my band so that I could play along with them and learn the bass lines, because it's another little known fact about me. I played bass I still play bass, but I played bass kind of semi-professionally for a few years. And so I'd have to learn new songs, especially if I got called I was sort of a hired gun, because, if somebody's bass player could make it, or someone was picking up a band to just do a gig, I would often get called. And so I would have to learn, 345 sets of sometimes really unfamiliar music rather quickly. YouTube is a great place to do that. Just make sure, it doesn't even matter if you're in the same key, but, you learn the song. So yeah, that's why I started using YouTube. And then, I think I can blame Jenna Marbles really more than anybody, because I started watching. She was the first vlogger I ever really watched, and then shortly thereafter I discovered Bunny Meyer, Graveyard Girl, and I watched her. And then I started to discover the small YouTubers, and I thought, well, dang, these people have something to say, and I have something to say, and, most people get tired of listening to me, but on YouTube you can talk as much as you want. So, I started making videos. So that's why. Fears. Exactly the same as you, Kai. I am so afraid of enclosed spaces where I can't breathe, and I can't move, and I can't see. One time I read this novel. The whole novel was this woman who wakes up to discover she's in like a box, and there's very little room for her to move around. She can barely even turn over, and it's dark, and she can barely breathe, but there's a little bit of air coming in, so she's feeling like she's suffocating all the time. And the entire novel was this woman trapped in this box. And just as a spoiler, I can't remember the name of the title of the book. She does get out. She does escape eventually. But, oh, man, that was hard to read. So, yeah, small spaces, hate them. Oh, incidentally, if you ever go to Europe, in this case specifically Paris, and you stay in a boutique hotel, use the stairs. Do not use the elevator, because the elevator is the size of a small closet. I mean, it is so small that one person in their luggage is often all that will fit into it. Small and slow. I mean, I think they've got hamsters and little wheel cages running to work the pulleys to get you up and down these things. Avoid the elevators. Just, food for thought. Last thing that made me cry. Oh my God. All last week I was trying to vlog. And every time I tried to vlog, I cried. I would end up talking about something that just was tear-jerking to me for some reason. I haven't gone back to... I didn't upload any of those videos. And I haven't gone back to figure out what it was that I was talking about that was making me cry. But, yeah, I was just... Oh, last week was awful. I feel so much better now. Uh, Last time I said I love you, well, was to my husband when I hung up the phone with him about 45 minutes ago. We always say that we love each other. And we mean it too. Um, Oh, the meaning behind my YouTube name. Look at my intro video if you want to find that out. Basically, Alexis Wiseman is a character that I've been writing. So I was lazy and didn't start my own YouTube channel. I used her YouTube channel to start vlogging, and now it's a big freaking mess. But I'll clear it up one of these days. Last book I read. The last book I read was some really poorly written, grocery store novel that I can't even remember what it was. My mother is a book junkie. She's a paperback book junkie, particularly suspense or legal drama or legal thriller, that kind of stuff, or also romance, which I detest. I hate reading romance books. Hate them. But I'm too cheap to go buy my own, and I don't have a Kindle. Well, I have a Kindle, but I can't get into the whole Kindle thing for some reason. And so I just read her cast off books, and I read them. I read them instead of taking like an Ambien. I'll read, which puts me to sleep. And most of these books are so boring and poorly written, they would put me to sleep anyway. So I guess in a way that's really good that there's a lot of bad fiction out there, because that's one less drug I have to take. Last show I watched. Well, what was it? It wasn't Better Call Saul, because that was a couple days ago. I binge watched that, incidentally. They had a bunch of episodes back to back. I watched every one. Oh, God, that's a good show. No, but the last show I watched was Pulp Fiction. Again, for like the millionth time. It was on today. Last person I talked to was my son as I walked down the hall, and I told him that the laptop was free. Have at it. My favorite food, M&M's. I kid you not. M&M's. It's my favorite food. I know it's not a food, but it's still my favorite food. Well, that and the other thing I've been loving lately is greens. Not kale necessarily. I almost don't eat kale on principle because it's so trendy. But I like to make a big old mess of greens with, bacon in it and all kinds of seasoning, and just slap that shit on some cornbread, and my okie is showing. I am so sorry. Place I want to visit. Oh, that's easy. I want to visit you. I want to come to your house, in your town, on your street. I want to sit on your front porch, in your lawn chair, and I want to talk your ear off. That's what I want to do. I want to visit you. Okay, that's the end of the story. Thanks for tagging everybody, Kai, because I got to put myself in the category of everybody and do this. Bye.